Is the 2023 season already a write-off for the Pittsburgh Steelers after today's decision? Hello, Steeler Nation, and thank you so much for joining another episode of the Pittsburgh Steelers Syndicate with me, your host, Britsburgh, and your voice from across the pond, your UK Steelers view. And if you've just found the channel, yes, I am English. Yes, this is an English accent. I'm not putting it on. And you have just found the perfect place for your daily updates on Pittsburgh Steelers news, views, breaking news, signings, everything, guys. Hit that sub, ring that notification bell, and come and join the Pittsburgh Steelers family. Well, guys, obviously the big news today obviously concerns Matt Canada and the Pittsburgh Steelers' decision to retain Matt Canada for another season. Now, it was announced today by the Pittsburgh Steelers that Matt Canada, the offensive coordinator, will be back for the 2023 NFL season. Now, I know this was not the news that many Steelers fans were hoping to hear. You know, throughout this season, the offense has underperformed. There has been an awful lot of criticism across Steelers social media, across Steeler Nation of the offensive coordinator. A lot of decisions that he's made, a lot of plays that he's called. There's been an awful lot of criticism of Matt Canada and an awful lot of desire within Steeler Nation to see this man gone. However, today they have taken the decision that he will be back for the 2023 season. It appears that they have not considered any other options. They have not waited to interview any other options. They have really merely just decided to keep hold of this man. Now, Steeler Nation, I'd love to know what you have got to say about this, what your thoughts are on this. Now, my personal opinion is that this is the wrong move for the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is a very, very bad move. And any success they have next season is going to be very much down to the defense overperforming again. Now, you look at the Steelers over the last two seasons, and the offense has done nothing in terms of developing and improving and becoming innovative, becoming aggressive offensively. If you look at the modern NFL is a pass-led, aggressive offense-led league. That is not what the Steelers are doing with Matt Canada as their offense. As Steve Smith said he's too Saturday-ish. He's not Sunday. And that's a big thing. This guy is a college offensive coordinator trying to run a college scheme in the NFL, which is not going to work. Now, it's not just my opinion or the opinion of Steve Smith that this is not going to work. This is facts, cold, hard facts that this man cannot do his job. Let me just share with you the following facts. The Steelers' offense in 2022 ranked 26th in points per game, 18.1 points per game. Now, they reckon that, you know, if you can hold a team under 20 points, you can pretty much win an NFL game. However, it now seems that if you're the Pittsburgh Steelers defense, you have to hold the opposition under 18 points to give your team any chance of winning this game. The defense has to work hard, has to overwork, and at times with a lot of veterans on the off defense, they're going to struggle to maintain that, as they did against some of the better teams in the NFL. Now, I know what the comeback is. Well, down the stretch, they went 7-2. Yes, they did go 7-2 down the stretch. But let's just think about who they beat. The Carolina Panthers, who had a losing record and weren't a great team. The Las Vegas Raiders, who had a losing record. The Atlanta Falcons, who had a losing record. The Indianapolis Colts, who had a losing record. The Cleveland Browns, who had a losing record. The New Orleans Saints, who had a losing record. You can see a theme developing here. Teams that were good, teams that had winning records, teams that had an effective offense to go with their effective defense. Cincinnati Bengals, Steelers lost. Baltimore Ravens at Acrisure Stadium, Steelers lost. Now, there's a common theme developing here for me that the Steelers do well against teams that have poor defenses, that have poor offenses as well. And that's fine. But if you look at that fact, 18th in points, 26th in points per game, 18.1 points per game. That's a point worse than last season. And we thought last season was bad in 2021. Passing wise, 24th, 200.6 yards per game. That is fairly awful. Absolutely dreadful, especially when you consider the Steelers had the likes of George Pickens, Pat Freiermuth, Deontay Johnson, even Najee Harris, for the quarterback to throw the ball to. You look at what the route trees that Pickens was asked to run. Look at how Pat Freiermuth was used this season, and it was an utter disaster from beginning to end. The lack of targets for someone as effective as George Pickens, who was, as far as I'm aware, according to PFF, one of the best catch percentages in the NFL, especially for a rookie. Pat Freiermuth, who's proven himself to be effective time after time, yet Canada couldn't scheme these guys into the offense. Let's look at another stat. Rushing yards, 16th, 121.9 yards per game. Now, that got better as the season went on, but I'm going to put that down largely to actually the work of Pat Mayer, the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach, who got this line to improve its rush blocking. So that had very little to do with Matt Canada, in my opinion. Touchdowns, the Steelers ranked 28th in 2022. 28th. That's awful. Out of 32 teams. And in passing touchdowns, the Steelers ranked dead last. Now, in a league that is more pass happy, in a league that goes more on these explosive plays, these deep throws downfield, on these attacking offenses with aggressive mindsets, that is shocking. And those set of statistics are sets of statistics that the Pittsburgh Steelers are now saying is acceptable. That is awful. Honestly, I think in any other walk of life, if you massively underperformed like those statistics show you, you would be out of a job. Yet this man has retained his job for another season. And whose decision was it? Mike Tomlin's decision. Because as he said in that news conference, it will be my decision. Well, guys, look, I've been a huge advocate of Mike Tomlin. I've spoke up for Tomlin. I've backed him as a coach. But if this offense struggles again through the 2023 season, then I don't think it's just Canada that needs to have his position questioned at the end of the season. Honestly, think Tomlin needs to come under the same pressure because he is singularly starting to fail to show that he can hire effective coordinators in the key positions. Well, Steeler Nation, let me know what you think in the comments below. I will be back with my my positions of need series of videos, back on with those on Saturday with the next one, guys. But I just want to speak about this because obviously this is the big topic of the moment. Matt Canada being given another season to horribly scar Kenny Pickett and the Steelers offense. Thank you so much for watching Pittsburgh Steelers Syndicate. Guys, remember to hit that sub, ring this notification bell. Here we go, Steelers. Come on.